Welcome back to Perfect Timing Sports. Let's lock in and get straight to the latest on Sanders and how the Cleveland Browns built this draft around him. The Browns made one thing clear. They wanted to give Sanders everything he needs to grow, compete, and take command of this offense. They added protection, added weapons, and added depth across the roster so he can play with rhythm and confidence. Andrew Berry said the board fell their way and allowed them to stay disciplined while still landing the players they targeted. Todd Monken focused on fit and function, making sure every offensive pick matched the system he wants Sanders to run. Spencer Fano was the first major addition. Barry highlighted his toughness, athletic ability, and versatility across the line. That gives Sanders more stability and more protection, something this offense needed. Fano brings movement, strength, and a clean anchor. All traits Barry said made him the right pick. Then came the receivers, and this is where the draft flipped for Sanders. Concepcion is the separator, the mover, the playmaker who wins early in routes. Monken loved his quickness, his leverage, and his ability to turn short throws into long gains. Concepcion scored 9 touchdowns and put up over 900 yards last season, and he brings the kind of instant acceleration that fits perfectly with Sanders' timing and anticipation. Cleveland doubled up with Denzel Boston, the big body from Washington. Boston is the contested catch specialist, the red zone mismatch, the perimeter threat who can win even when he's covered. He posted 881 yards and 11 touchdowns last season and showed strong ball skills with a low drop rate. Concepcion gives Sanders separation. Boston gives him size and physicality. Together, they reshape the entire receiver room. The Browns continued building out the roster with Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, a safety with range and instincts who strengthens the back end of the defense. That helps Sanders by giving the team more stability and more stops, which means more possessions and better field position. They added Austin Barber, a developmental tackle with strong hands and a powerful base. Barber adds depth to the offensive line and fits Barry's theme of reinforcing protection around Sanders. The remaining picks added depth, special teams value, and developmental upside. These players help fill out the roster, strengthen rotations, and support the overall structure of the team. Barry talked about building a complete roster, not just filling holes, and these picks reflect that approach. Every selection had a purpose. The early rounds were about giving Sanders protection and playmakers. The middle rounds were about adding speed, toughness, and versatility. The late rounds were about finding players who fit the culture and can impact the game in specific roles. Barry and Monken were aligned the entire way, building a roster that supports Sanders and elevates the system. This has been your Perfect Timing Sports update. Please like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned and stay ready because the story keeps moving.